What day is it? Tuesday. Tuesday. Moonvember, right? We're still Moonvember. Yes. Okay, Moonvember. 12th, 2024. Look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-host in the house, Tyler. Tyler, good morning. How you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Unlike you, I was in bed early. I was awake early, feeling good. And I mean, how could you not be feeling good? Like I wrote about this morning, but yesterday I think was a foundational historic day for crypto, for Bitcoin. It's the official start of the Golden Bull Run. And I think we're going to look back fondly on November 11th, 2024.
Poetic, right? Remembrance Day, you know?
Yes.
And 11/11, so even more poetic. You know, the dates just line up, and we had a historical day. Historical, why? Historical because yesterday Bitcoin put the biggest daily candle in its history, $8,300 candle, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So that was cool. I'm sure we'll talk about it in a little bit. But also, Tyler, not only that, but we surpassed the market cap of silver. So that was a double whammy yesterday. So definitely a historical day on a super special, dude. Like, I don't know, at some point at night when it was late, it was like nobody was answering their texts because everybody's asleep but my bozo ass. I like took a step back and I was like, whoa, like this was a big day. You know what I mean? I couldn't sleep because of that. I genuinely couldn't sleep because of that, because I was just taking it all in. I thought it was really special. And he's wearing a shirt. Oh my God, he's wearing a shirt. We already hit 90K and he's got this shirt on, dude. And you're looking, dude, I can tell you're in the south of France. I know this guy too well, dude. You even already got the little tan on. You got your freckles coming out. Look at that. You got nice lighting, something.
European look.
Yeah, good morning, man. How you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Good. And you got the show. See, that's great, man. It's gonna have energy today. Perfect. That makes two of you guys. Mando, the bull market got me on day one yesterday, but I stayed up too late. I couldn't sleep.
Fair, this is no sleep season.
Yeah, I know. I had the talk yesterday. You know, baby. There's no more Netflix at 8 p.m. Baby, may not be able to eat same time as you, dinner same time as you on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Baby, don't worry about it though. You could definitely have the Ala Yoga set you really wanted.
I think it's a bit of give and take for it.
It's a bit of give and take. What's funny is that everything I just said was literally a true story. Mine is the dinner part because, I think that's important. Anyways, today on the show, today, market report. So we'll go through the market. We're just talking about the Golden Bull Run, the historical day yesterday. Let's reminisce on that. We did have Mando yesterday, so let's talk about all this stuff. Today, Tyler's top 1,000. I mean, Mando, yesterday, Tyler was in the top 100,000. Like this, it was insane. It was just so many topics that we actually had to push topics back to today because now we're in. Tabs had to text me that we're already done the show. That's the crazy part. We're so back. And then we have the Rollbit loot box spins today. So today someone is going to win a lot of money. And guess what? Punks are up a fucking lot overnight. And I'm sure Tyler's going to talk about it because he tweeted about it. So yeah, punks are looking good. So maybe you'll win $100,000 today on the show for just retweeting and being active. I'm pretty sure you're going to have to retweet something. I have a feeling I have to retweet our Basil, our house announcement. Let's see. And then last but not least, this show is powered by Galaxis. With seamless built-in monetization tools, Galaxis enables the development of sustainable long-term communities, fulfilling Bitcoin's vision of decentralized freedom and independence from centralized control. And without further ado, with that, Mando, we missed you yesterday. Let's see what you got today.
Who is the man, macro daddy of the land? Can you dig it?
Yeah, GM everyone. I guess I missed quite a show yesterday, but crazy weekend. Bitcoin touched 90K overnight, then kind of retreated slightly. I think we're sitting at around, it hit as low as maybe 85-ish, and then has bounced since kind of the US equity market opened again. So it feels like it's going to be volatile. I think it was nice to see that hit at 85K. Like it got a little bit frothy, I think. I think there's a good chance that we could like hack around in this 85 to 100K area for a few weeks here. Like, I don't think we're going to teleport through 100K.
No.
So this is the classic thing about crypto, right? You feel like you've missed it, it's going to keep going. My guess is that we probably do hack around this level, and you start to see other things start to move. But the majors have kind of made a pretty decent move here in the space of 10 days, and this feels like the sort of level where, with funding this high, I reckon we could see some hacking around. So I think Bitcoin could maybe breach 90K again, but I wouldn't be surprised if we go sideways for a little bit here and just cool off. The main thing that I was looking at was Doge, man. Doge hitting 60 billion is that's almost as big a deal for me as the Bitcoin price. When I woke up, I was like, wow, like Doge hitting 60 billion is a complete game changer, I think, for a lot of the meme market. Yeah, look at that, man.
I mean, the memes yesterday night when Doge went up like to like that 42 cents mark, every meme went God candle, and then they retraced them, but there was a God candle across the board like 11 p.m.
Yeah, I think it just changes everything. Like you can start to look down. Like with Doge at 20 to 25 billion, you can't really imagine a 10x. Like when people were talking about a 10x and things like Pepe, they were really talking about like flipping these coins. Now there's some room. There's some room for a lot of that chasing pack to move higher, and then I think there's room for everything else to move higher. So I think that Doge move basically has told you we're in for a few months of absolute insanity in the meme market. That's the main thing. Even if Bitcoin stays sideways, like Doge moving to that level is a complete game changer, I think, for the meme coin market. So pay attention. There are 13 meme coins in the top 100 at the moment. I think there's going to be a number of others that make that move fairly soon.
Let's talk about that for a second, because this is something that Tyler tweeted out. He says 13 out of 25. How many do you think there's going to be? I think it's going to be 25 this cycle. Meme coins in the top 100. Man, what do you think? If you had to make like a guess on how many coins are going to make it to the top 100 cycle in terms of meme coins?
25 seems like a good level. I think the really interesting one will be how many make up the top 200. Because I think a huge amount will also make it into the top 200.
Yeah.
So I think if they could make up a quarter of the top 100, that would be a massive deal. And then if they could make up 35% of the top 200, that would be a real vindication of the kind of let's say the Murad thesis. Yes,
definitely. What do you think, Tyler? I know you tweeted about it, but what was your guesstimate here?
I think 25 was my number. I'm more interested in the top. So like
top 10. What do you think? Top 10.
So when my meme coin super cycle definition was 5 memes in the top 10 to 12. 10 feels a little tight, but I think it could potentially get there in the top 12.
We could say 10 excluding the stable coins, USDT, right?
Throw the stable coins out. And I agree with Manuel. Like it was hard to see the path until this Doge move. And now I'm starting, like the big question on my mind is what is Doge's ceiling? Like how high can it flip Solana? I mean, it's a 50% move. It's a 80% move from here to flip Sol in market cap. Doge is up 120% this week.
My God, I can't believe it.
It's less than a 2x to flip Sol, and then everyone's saying it's targets on ETH.
Longden bought every single coin on Earth but Doge. Even that DOGE on the ETH is going insane.
It can do that. I've said that so many different times that like Doge has probably got one of the best cases for being a currency, an actual currency, right? Although the inflation on Doge is tough to imagine it like long term flipping those two. It could I think flip either one of those fairly easily. I actually think
that would be.
How many of your friends want to buy ETH versus buy Doge?
Well, everybody wants to buy Doge. It's like a Doge to a buck. Like, I can, and the normies like we're like for us like 20, 30, 40% returns. It's like almost like a failure. But for them, like they're used like 5% over the year. So you're telling them that Doge is going to $1, and $1 means that they're still going to make like 2.5x their money. I feel like they're gobbling that, right?
Yeah, I think there's a couple wild cards at play here. One, so we're already seeing companies trying to be the MicroStrategy of Dogecoin. One of my headlines from today is the Spirit Blockchain Capital. Like they are putting their assets into Dogecoin. And then like, are we going to see a Doge ETF? Right? Like I probably wouldn't bet against that. I feel confident we were either going to get like a meme coin index ETF or we'll get a Dogecoin ETF, perhaps both. And now we're talking even more flows. So I think that's how you level up from 100 to 200 or 300.
Yeah, this Doge story is insane. Any of you guys had Doge on like before it went up like 100% plus?
No.
I wish.
I didn't think this would happen. I had it on briefly, and then I took it off when it hit 0.2.
No.
Yeah, because I thought it was an election trade. I thought it was one of the best election trades, but then it had like a crazy bounce, and I was like, oh, that must be it done. Like I'd rather own like Pepe here, or one of these other ones. But yeah,
wow,
that was way too
much. And turns out the king was the easiest buy. Like the one that's in your face was the buy all the time, right? Like that's technically like Doge like the easiest buy for us. Like it means like, oh, that's the king of memes. Like this is the one, the old guard, the fucking, you know. And turns out that most people didn't take that. Wild. Let's see what do we have to $1 here. To $1 here. Let's see what it takes as a move. Doge to $1 is 165% move. I mean, look, it's like normies still have room to play here. Do we think this happens? I mean, yeah. What is that? What's $100 billion for Doge? Is 80 cents?
A little bit less. Looks like 70 cents. A little over 70, maybe 69 cents. I mean, what stands out to me about that chart is like the moves are so violent. Like 2 weeks, that entire move is in 2 weeks.
This is 2 weeks, yeah.
And like it makes me think about like the whiffs and the Pepes of the world. Like you may not have time to enter them like when the move starts, right? Like I feel like we're going to see similar candles on the other majors. And if you're not positioned, you're probably going to miss big chunks.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like here and here, right? Like these moves are aggressive.
That's always the case with crypto, right?
Yeah.
It's like you can't stop to wait and be like, oh yeah, I've got time to get into some of this stuff. When it's a bull market, you know, you just got to hope that you've have the position on during the bear.
Yeah, it's really crazy. So anyways, market wise looks like this morning was a little green. It's all over. We may be looking at 12K before 100K, but it's okay. Hang tight, y'all. The inflows, the inflows are in. You know, one thing is, I have to say, this meme about Europe will never get old. I mean, it's insane. I mean, America got us to like 90K, little pullback. You know, Asia got like Ethereum to like nearly 3,500, and then bang, Europe wakes up, and it's a sea of red. Like this is just never gonna, like this meme is just gonna exist forever, right? And as soon as 9:30 a.m., like 9:31 a.m. hit, we started seeing green again. Not right now, but we did. But anyway, so 86.5, 32.50, 210, and the rest is looking pretty good. Everything is green. Everything is great. You'll have to see it. Let's get into Tyler's. Let's see what Tyler's got in store for us today.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis, Tyler D on FOMO hour calls the kid can't miss.
Ready to patch some bears. The top story was Bitcoin hitting 90K and just marking a historic day for Bitcoin and broader crypto. That move did come on the back of Senator Cynthia Lumis formally introducing the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Bill, which would include the United States buying 1 million Bitcoin over a 5-year process. So that was a huge headline from today. Interestingly, the poly market has odds on Bitcoin hitting 100,000 in 2024 this year. It did hit a new high yesterday, around 60%. I think it may have dipped a bit since then. A lot of folks eyeing that number. MicroStrategy stock hit a 24-year new all-time high on the back of this Bitcoin surge. It hit $340 a share. Coinbase stock soared to $324. It's now up 75%. Coinbase up 75% since Trump was elected in just 5 days. So a massive move for Coinbase. Wow. The Bitcoin ETF inflows 1.1 billion on Monday, but the bigger story was ETH. ETH ETF flows 295 million. That's a new all-time high by about 3x, I want to say. And this morning, the other ETH news, ETH 3.0, we got a little bit of information from researcher Justin Drake. They unveiled this bold proposal called the Beam Chain, which is meant to be a pretty big overhaul. So I'm sure we'll talk about that more in a bit. Otherwise, we saw Spirit Blockchain Capital aiming to be the MicroStrategy of Dogecoin. According to its CEO, their stock is up 120% following the Doge move. And then FTX suing Binance for $1.76 billion tied to some fraudulent fund transfers. In protocol news, ENS announced plans for its new purpose-built L2 that is called Namechain. So some news out of ENS there. Polygon announced one stablecoin for all the ag chains with its AUSD selected to be that stablecoin. Tensor teased a new product called Vector.fun. Not a whole lot of other information. And then Abstract shared that RealGo is bringing its product to Pudgy Penguins on Abstract soon. That's a Pokemon Go-like game there from RealGo. In memes and NFTs, this is the biggest list. I've got a lot, so buckle up. Meme coin majors, mostly green following Doge. Doge up 30%, hitting 60 billion on the day. The overall meme coin market cap hit a new all-time high at 110 billion. Goat, the first Billy Goat, hit 1 billion this morning, hit $1. I believe that's the first ever pump fund coin to do that. Fart coin hit all-time high, tailing it. We saw ACT hit 550 million after the Binance listing. Luce soaring to 130 million. A lot of people think it's next up. This Happy Cat token soared 70% to 90 million after it airdropped to Saga phone holders. So Saga phone owners, check those wallets. Mist was a big runner overnight. It's up 16,000%. So a big day for memes. And NFTs, folks, NFTs are back. Volume up 100% across chains. Ethereum is leading $12.5 million on ETH. Bitcoin saw nearly 9 million itself. ETH NFT leaders were green. Punks up 10% at 29 ETH. Pudgies and Bored Apes are up as well. CryptoPunks saw 35 sales, their biggest day in weeks. Bitcoin NFT leaders, the ordinals, very green puppets, man. Puppets up 25%, 0.227 Bitcoin. The rest of the leaders up about 8% as well. Runes leaders were mixed this morning. Gizmo, the top mover over there, up at 55 million. A few other headlines. So the Zero Bro account, that dev launched an NFT collection, Zero Born NFTs. They minted for 0.1, so they hit 1.5. Quick 15x for minters, holding around 0.7 right now. Blur had a governance proposal submitted to turn on the Blur fee switch. And then Flog NFTs. You tweeted that. I think you may have tweeted that this weekend for Flog NFTs. One sold for $57,000 yesterday. The first big marquee sale on one of those. But man, what a day.
I'm dizzy.
Dizzy is the correct reaction, I think.
I don't even know how you do it. Like, you're not out of breath. Like, this was a lot. This is
why we do cardio.
I mean, man, do you see what I mean? This is like Tyler's top. You know what? You've been upgraded to Tyler's top 10,000. This is what it's gonna be, because this is all. We're gonna start with the start. So I'm gonna fraction this: Bitcoin, Ethereum news, meme news, NFT news. This is what I got. And then we did say we're gonna talk about OpenSea yesterday, because there's a lot still going on. So that'll fall into NFT basket. First and foremost, Bitcoin. By the way, the code is BULLRUN. BULLRUN. So the raffle. No, Sims is back home. About time. Motherfucker's back home. Left us for a week. Anyways, now he's back. So we're back to rafflebot.xyz. Code BULLRUN. Make sure you're retweeting. So every day, because there's a lot of new people in the space right now, a lot of new people in crypto, believe it or not. We host a show Monday to Friday. It's the best show in crypto. It's all you need. 1 hour every morning. Then you're set. Okay. And we make pretty good calls. But we also host it on video. So you can come on the Rock Radio YouTube or on broadcast link. We usually all post a link. I'm going to post it in a second. And we give away money Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All you have to do is go to rafflebot.xyz. We're going to post it on the FOMO Hour page in a second. And then enter the code BULLRUN, and you'll have a chance to win. Anyways, back to Bitcoin. I mean, this, if it goes into effect, Tyler, would be insane news. So in general, the secretary shall establish a Bitcoin purchase program which shall A, purchase not more than 200,000 Bitcoins per year over a 5-year period for a total acquisition of 1 million Bitcoins. Conduct purchases in a transparent and strategic manner to minimize market disruption, and hold Bitcoin acquired under this section in trust for the United States as provided in this section. I mean, USA. Tyler, this is big.
This is about as big as it gets.
I love Cynthia Lumis, by the way. We got to get her on the show.
I think it's very notable that she's not waiting till inauguration to get moving on this. Like she's getting the bill out there. Folks can start to read it. I think now, I mean, this looks like a real thing, and the Republicans have official control of all of Congress, House and the Senate, and Trump as the president. We know this is thanks to Fair Shake, 98% of the pro crypto candidates were elected this cycle. So it looks like this is going to be as strong of an opportunity for something like this to pass as we've ever had. And now people are starting to look at the clock. So as I understand it, the fastest this could pass is within 100 days. So it's not likely to formally pass. So inauguration is January 6th plus 100 days. That puts us out to mid-April. So we basically have 5 or 6 months left to front run the U.S. government. And
wow.
that is it raises the question of, will other nation states do this? Will more major companies start doing this to follow as well? So it truly opens the floodgates.
Yeah, that's it's incredible. I wouldn't able to open everything. That's the promises they made. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but from the second you're president elect, you can start. I mean, you can't redact policy and stuff, but you can start making moves, right? Or no?
I mean, he already is. He's taking all these phone calls. It seems like he's already starting to have an impact.
You can set the foundation, right? I guess in a way. Okay, that makes sense. I remember in my interview with him, he said that the second he's president-elect, he's going to stop this Ukraine-Russia war. I wonder if he's going to do that. That's one thing that slipped out of the interview. I was hoping that'd go viral. Anyways, so he did say that. The other thing is actually, Mando, you talk about Kaito a lot. Senator Cynthia Lumis actually is the #1 CT influencer. She has new paradigm where Senator Cynthia Lumis has more crypto mindshare than anyone on CT. So she is the biggest influencer in crypto right now. Well, this morning.
I like that. It's a sign of the times. I don't know if this feels. I've already said I don't know if they'll be able to get this through, but if they can, it's super, super bullish. I think. So is this a new bill, or is this I already thought we saw this bill. That's what I was a little bit confused about. Didn't she write this? I thought it just got some mind share again because it's or did she actually write a new bill?
The headline is she put it forward. Okay. So I'm trying to.
I thought I'd already seen
it. I think they had drafted it perhaps before, but now they're starting to actually present it. Perhaps that's. I'm trying to see if I can find more information on it.
Well, they scrapped Fit 21. That's for sure. They said, "Fuck it, we don't need Fit 21 anymore because we can do better." That's for sure. I just don't know if that was related to that.
Yeah, I mean, it feels as though Donald Trump's probably the biggest KOL in crypto at the moment.
Yes, absolutely.
I think we're going to see a bit more of that. Right? It feels like the headlines that I saw that they're going to appoint a bunch of pro crypto candidates. It feels like we're definitely going to get some sort of crypto policy in the US. That Bitcoin bill would be crazy if they pass that. It would be literally insane. Bitcoin could go to $1 million.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, would love to see that. Would absolutely love to see that. I'm posting the stream, so that would be really good to see. So, anyways, so there's that. So it's very bullish Bitcoin momentum. Actually, that first leg up to nearly 90K, Tyler, was on the back of that. As soon as that tweet went out and it went viral, I mean, it was balls to the wall. So that worked out really well. It's hard not to be super bullish, right? Remember, Mando used to go on these long rants saying if Trump wins, it's hard to be not super bullish on the future of Bitcoin and crypto in America. Blah blah blah. It's now he won. It's now we're seeing this right away. So it's now what, right? So we'll see what happens. On that sense, but it's some very positive news coming out of that. So now let's go out to number 2. Let's go into Ethereum. Tyler, you mentioned it, but damn, inflows. on Ethereum yesterday. That was some big stuff.
Huge numbers. Let's pull up the DGens board. There we've got it. 295 million. And yeah, again, I think close to 3x the highest we've ever seen from the ETFs. We talked about it yesterday on the show. We thought we were going to see the record, and this is the bull case for Ethereum in the near term. Right?
We did see the record, by the way. Yesterday was breaking inflow day for Ethereum NFTs. ETFs, Ethereum NFTs. Oh wait, I'm gonna post Ethereum NFTs today.
And it's still negative. It's still at overall a net minus 29 million. So we have to assume that it flips positive today. So today is the day the ETF inflows will finally flip positive for Ethereum, most likely. And it kind of feels like the ETF floodgates are opening. But yesterday, I don't want to get too over our skis. Like yesterday was, it was Gold Monday. Like everyone was rushing to buy crypto. It wouldn't be a shock to see if we get a little bit less flows today. Perhaps even some outflows. It may take a little bit of time, but the ETF catch-up trade, it's showing that it's the next thing.
I mean, for me, like Ethereum is just like a no-brainer. I know I've been turbo tweeting about this, but it's just like there's so much catch-up to make. Like you said, like the total numbers for ETFs are still negative by like 50 mil or something. It's nothing. It's like chump change. BlackRock alone bought 100 million yesterday, and like $763 million worth of Bitcoin. So I think this is gonna just be a trend that keeps on keeping on. Mando, do you think that they're just gonna let us have this Bitcoin trade all over again with Ethereum, like given the ETFs?
I don't know.
Or is it too easy? Is it too mid?
It's got a shot. It's interesting to see that Bitcoin dominance just went straight back above 60% again.
Let's look at it right now.
Like,
wow. Oh my God.
Yeah, like
dude, it's not giving, right? Like look at this V shape.
It's not really giving, no. So just that was a pretty monumental bounce from like 58%.
Dude, 2%, like it doesn't even realize that Bitcoin dominance pumping 2% is like, it's like 2% dominance on like $1.7 trillion asset.
I don't want to say I called it again, but the Coinbase versus ETH trade is the trade, right? The Coinbase stock is up 80%. It's up 80% since the election. It's been one of the best things to own.
Yeah, 60% in 1 month, 62 points. Wow.
I think that's still the best ETH trade.
Still feels undervalued, honestly. Is Coinbase now the most valuable company in crypto? At 80 billion? I believe so.
Depends what you want to call Tether.
Never mind. I take it back. Right. I take it back. How much is Tether worth? Like billion.
For Binance, like it's definitely there's very, very few publicly listed crypto companies, right? Very, very, very few.
What's MicroStrategy? Let's see what that is.
It's like it's
60. Close. It's coming up. So I was thinking about this morning, and people talking about Coinbase becoming $1 trillion stock in 5 to 10 years. And I was thinking, so like, what are the obstacles to that? Like, the only thing I can think of is new competition. So like Robinhood's CEO is on CNBC this morning saying, I'm quoting here, it costs us roughly an order of magnitude less to operate a crypto business and offer the exchange of assets than it does on the TradFi side. So like if you see folks like Robinhood getting deeper into the game, does that impact some of Coinbase's market share?
Yeah,
I think it does for trading, but what I do think that Coinbase has done well is has this like institutional platform. Which I don't think many of these other places do. And what's been interesting is a lot of the Wall Street firms are partnering with it for either for custody or for tokenization. So that kind of feels to me like these banks are like, yeah, I don't want to get hacked. Let's just give it to Coinbase. You know what I mean? They could probably build their own stuff, but I feel as though Coinbase is still going to win the lion's share of this just because it's known for being secure and it's
made in America. Let's just say that's what it is, right? Like Coinbase is made in America, right? And this is an American super cycle. Look, dead ass.
Bitcoin.
The American Bitcoin made in America. No, I was just saying, because listen, last night, I'm saying like this is like a golden run for American crypto companies. Seriously, think about it.
Yeah.
Like so far, like this entire cycle has been led by like Asia and Asian companies, and like they've been leading the path. Like OKX, Bybit, Bullish, it's all Asia. Like like Cue up to Bruce Springsteen.
We couldn't have said this more 10
I
days
know,
ago
bro.
when Coinbase was trading at 180.
We've been
Saying that
begging people, bro.
This is the number one trade.
I begged my mom to buy coin at $80, brother. I actually made George buy some. If he's listening, George, I hope you hold those. But I made my boy buy some coin stock. Sub 100.
Yeah.
I don't have
Cool. I
stocks.
gotta run, boys.
All right, see you, brother. Well, it's not Monday. Oh, I thought, isn't his thing on Mondays? Anyways,
He's got to go check on his work.
That's money calling.
ring, ring, money's calling, ring, ring. Anyways, so there's that. And I agree with him, Tyler. So Ethereum at this stage, you guys know my bull thesis on it. I'm like, dude, honestly, by the way, Tyler, Ethereum is lacking bull posters. Like, I'm day 3 today, bull posting ETH, and I'm better than like all of them. Like, if it wasn't for Archik and Agent Chud, like Messi, they'd be fucked.
Well, DC investors like the.
I'm sorry. I deeply apologize. DC Investor is like Mount Rushmore of like Ethereum bull posters. Like, and he's even like, ever since I started bull posting ETH, like he's been replying to my shit. So that's great. He knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? But you know, it's that. Speaking of ETH, the other news is ETH 3.0. So what the hell is that? Saw that this is like 2029. Came out of DEF CON. So for those of you who are not aware, DEF CON is happening right now. Right, well, they're asleep right now. They're partying in Thailand as we speak. Like, everybody's getting shit faced in Thailand, but they'll be working again in 12 hours. And so it's one of the biggest conferences of the year. So tell me more. Tell me more about this ETH 3.0.
Yeah, the news came out overnight, but it looks like Justin Drake has unveiled this new proposal. It's Beam Chain. The goal is to overhaul ETH's consensus layer, some key upgrades, zero knowledge proof support, faster transaction finality. So that is what they're going for. It looks like this is a roadmap item. It's like 5 to 7 years out. It would be happening in parallel with all of their existing roadmap items that have already been talked about and agreed upon with the dev community there. So not necessarily an impact for the near immediate term. A few quotes here from Justin Drake. The Beacon chain is kind of old. This was frozen 5 years ago. A lot has happened in 5 years. Beam chain will focus on faster slots, faster finality, where blocks can be finalized immediately. Zero knowledge cryptography will be baked deeper into the fiber of the base network. He doesn't want to call it ETH 3.0. As the Beam chain is only about the consensus chain. So a few thoughts there from him. I saw some FUD on the timeline, mostly around the timing, like how long it would take to implement this, along with the focus, and if they're focusing away from L2s now on this. Though I saw some mixed reactions to that. I haven't had a chance to really dive in super deeply on this. It's a big deal for the ETH nerds. It's one that's not necessarily going to impact, day-to-day users here for a while.
Yeah, it's look, it's gonna take a while. You scared me this morning. I was like, fuck, what's this ETH 3.0 shit? Like, it's gonna I was like, okay, so we're good. Yeah. That's such a funny comment. I'm not gonna read it.
Yeah, you should be scared if you've got 20x levered ETH.
I'm not 20x, but 5x here. 5x here. I don't know. I like the ETH trade a lot right now, dude. Like, I still believe the ETH catch-up trade is a given, but maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. So we'll see. But it just feels like it's right. Another one's been running like crazy, actually. Sui, some fucking terrible.
Next man up,
dude. It's just so insane. It's so insane. I mean, hey, if Sui's gonna be next cycle's L1, then fuck it, we'll run that trade back in 2 years. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that's it for Ethereum. That's it for Bitcoin. We said NFTs and memecoin. So let's go for NFTs first, because NFTs been a while. We never talk about them. We leave them behind. That's not true. We talk about them. But let's start, specifically with CryptoPunks. Few things make me happier on CT, Tyler, than seeing a Deez tweet. I know you did it, but when Deez does it, it hits different. Okay. And when Deez posts a screenshot of the board of the CryptoPunk style, right? Because it's like just iconic CryptoPunk trader, how he got his kick. But this shit never gets old. There were pairs during the bear market where one punk didn't even sell for over a day-long span. So 32 sales yesterday, Tyler.
Yeah, I think even being on your time frame, like right now, I'm looking at it, it's 35.
Wow,
big day. they're back to 29 ETH floor.
Come on. And that's it. But 29 ETH with Ethereum up.
Right. So that's $95,000. So we had the whole one Bitcoin versus one punk. I put the poll out there. We had the debate.
Punk was the winner. We saw that.
Well, no, Bitcoin was chosen by 75%.
I know, but what I mean is Punk was the winner, right?
Yes, we thought that Punks was the better play.
Lid.
It's leading. Punks are leading Bitcoin here. This is going to be an interesting one to watch. I still think Punks probably need Bitcoin to march to like 200, 250K for Punks to really go to the stratosphere. But they're clearly outperforming here. And it's the flight back to high quality digital assets. They are a flex still, right? And now in this bull market, we're going to have more folks making CryptoPunk money on a daily basis. And it's not crazy that some of them may start, moving some of those gains into safer assets like the leading NFTs. That's probably a part of the bull case for punks right now. It's early. We're in the very early innings. And I still kind of think that NFTs will lag the meme cycle. I think folks are going to focus in the trenches, make money in memes, and then they're going to go to NFTs.
But NFTs are for later. Like, unless you have a lot of money, you can pack your bags now, which a lot of people are doing. But that's people that don't have like capital. Like for me, like another punk or $100,000 in like a coin, it's tough, right? Like it's like I'd rather put that $100,000 in a coin. Now we'll see if it ages well or not, Tyler. But there are like when this catches up though, this is where you can shop like a grail at floor, right? Like that's what happens on puppets yesterday. Like there was some grails on the floor, literally, because the floor moved up so aggressively that this happened. So what were the top gainers on ETH? Because I said punk, but it looks like was there more
apes? When Bored Apes are up 6%, they're staying relevant.
I mean, they're always going to do you think the cycle Bored Apes are always going to be the number 2 to punks?
I think Pudgies I think they'll go back and forth with Pudgies. So Pudgies clearly have the abstract launch coming up sometime. We don't know exactly when, but whenever that happens, I think we'll probably see a bump in Pudgies. I think the market's starting to show that right now. They're back up to 9.4. Ape Chain launch is live and a lot is happening, but the big event is now behind us while the Pudgy events are still in front. That's why I kind of like Pudgies a bit more. Of course, I'm biased.
Yes.
Big move in doodles overnight. Love to see that. The meme NFTs, I think, are the other wild card here. So Project Aeon jumped 20% solely because Murad tweeted the word Aeon yesterday. So that was enough to move those. Now we've got the Flog NFT. So we're still on ETH, but like the Flog NFTs is just another signal for this, right? Like,
yeah,
people are starting to like these.
And I mean, Flog is fucking sick. Like, I love it. They're on Solana, right? Like,
it's the pond. You have to go to the pond.
What do you mean?
Type in the pond. That's the name of the collection.
Oh, there it is. Sorry. Yeah, I love the art. I think it's great. They're running the Boogles thing back, right? It's like 100 of them, doing it properly. Daily auction. You have to own a certain amount of Flog, if I'm not mistaken. And the art is really good. Like,
they look good.
I would love a PFP like that.
I think this is some of the best looking art we've seen in NFTs in 3 years.
This is so nice, right?
We saw a sale, 259 sold, $57,000.
Yeah, bro, they're running the Boogles thing back. It's genius. I love it. I think it's great. I really, really, really think it's great. I love it. So what else is moving in the NFTs? I mean, you also have, we can't not.
We got to talk about it.
We can't not mention this. Like up 50%. I posted this last night. Sorry, 66 now. It's up 66% with Bitcoin up 30 points.
Yeah. It's a big deal. I think there was a lot of questions on how runes and ordinals would move with Bitcoin pumping, and we're starting to see the early signs.
The market has spoken. Bitcoin puppets are the Bitcoin puppets of Bitcoin.
Well, it's everything too, right? I mean, so puppets are the clear layer, so I don't want to diminish them.
Of course.
They flipped Quantum Cats in this move.
Flipped everything on this move. It's crazy.
And Quantum Cats is 1/3 the supply. So like they're 3x the market cap.
I wouldn't say Quantum Cats though. Like Udi, this fucker, like he's the type of dude. Like you're gonna wake up, Quantum Cat's gonna be 0.5 Bitcoin again, and you're gonna be like, fuck.
For sure. They'll announce Taproot Wizards, and then everyone they'll go parabolic.
Correct.
Definitely not fading. Puppets seem like the clear winner though.
Yeah.
The Puppets versus Nodes battle is over. Puppets.
Yeah.
Based Angels are like the hot new like Retardio ecosystem. It's like the only one on runes, so they're moving quite a bit on the day. And then the Wizards. Oh, the Bitcoin Frogs, one of the OGs. They're up 50%. So some big moves. And I think again, the most important thing is this is all happening with Bitcoin pumping, which is counterintuitive.
Yeah, I mean, I love to see that. And then on the runes board, now let's go into our memes and our runes. So may as well start with runes here. Gizmo, dude. By the way, like, great call on that. This is the type of play I would have tailed you on if I was buying runes. I just didn't want to like buy more Bitcoin or like move more Bitcoin, like sell some pups to rotate it. But this is a great trade. I love that. Look at that.
Gizmo, the leader, up to 50 million. Pups hit 330 at peak.
They did.
I mean, Bitcoin's down a bit too.
Whoa,
great. Honestly, like Pups is the clear number one runes for me. I get the dogs is still a little bit higher.
It's not a meme though.
What do you mean?
Dog.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, obviously not Pups, but like I like Leonidas, by the way. Don't get me wrong. It's not. I like Leonidas. This guy was like pioneering like ordinals and runes before people. It was like fucking screaming about him before everybody else on here, dude. You know what I mean? Like at least he's one of the 5 people that was screaming about it daily, right? But I just find Pups more like the meme, right? Or Gizmo, or like what's the other one with the glasses?
Oh, $1 billion cat.
$1 billion cat. Like I don't even own any of this shit, right? But I don't know.
He's up nicely.
RSIC is just what's going on here, Tyler? What's happening here?
The devs haven't done anything since the runes launch.
So, that or it's going to be the most hated rally.
Yeah, I'll give my I don't want to ruin. I've got a hot take on RSIC, but I don't want to
give it.
Myself. I'm not going to
get on the record. I know what your hot take is because you told us in the chat. Just give it. Come on.
I think if we were going to see a surprise Binance listing for runes, it's going to be RSIC.
They were the first one.
They had a lot of good karma. They helped a lot of teams launch. It's been one that's been lagging. So time for
close to the meme land team. They helped them. Asia, Binance, like, you know. But I'll double hot take you. I'll reverse Uno hot take you. Okay. You know how you put a +2, draw 2 cards? I'll make you draw 2 more. Pups. See, RSIC, Binance can have RSIC. America, Coinbase is going to list Pups.
Yeah. That sounds right. I think Pups is the number one. And if and when it flips dog, that's probably when it can go really.
Let's see if it does. Yeah.
People like to buy the number one, right? And I mean, so folks who may not recall, so Pups went 30 million to 900 million in like 2 months in Q1.
To like 0, right?
It's the most pumping it, and Arthur was pumping it, and it went parabolic up, and then it went parabolic down.
Oh my god, we touched 6 sats in September.
Oh, that was the low. Yeah. So
the real low was 30 sats. You know that you can't really count that, right? Like,
which was what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was sharing my screen.
20 million.
You can't really count this, right? Like it's like not, you know what I mean? It's like here, really. So
so they went super, super low.
I can't believe someone actually like turbo dumped it to like 6 sats. What's 6 sats? So it's 369 sats is 300 mil. So 6 sats is what, 8?
6 million. 6 or 8 million.
Yeah, it's like it's sub 10 million. Call it sub 10.
Wow.
What a ride it's been for us, huh?
Big ride. And I guess a Gizmo holder. So my Gizmo bag has flipped my Pups bag now.
Wow.
And I would like to rotate. I still think Pups is the stronger horse. Gizmo is beta. I'm trying to find like what's the right ratio?
Yeah, but one thing I read about Pups versus Gizmo that I kind of liked, this still didn't make me sell my Pups for Gizmo, but is that Pups we were all airdropped like a fat bag. So we still have a lot of heavy holders waiting.
Sure.
On the sidelines. Like I can't be the only one that got airdropped like a fucking big bag waiting to sell at some point. Yeah. And obviously I'm not going to sell at 500 sats here. I said I would revisit there, but like $1 billion as well into like in play here, in my opinion, with this market. So it's like that time where you're like, you have to revisit everything up, but it's true. Like there's a lot of people like me, like that probably got like, you know, mid 5-6 figure airdrops that held it down and up. Right. I guess Gizmo doesn't have that. That's the only.
We should sit down and do the math. I forget what one puppet got, but that one airdrop is probably worth more than, it's definitely 5 figures.
So I'm at $110,000 for right now airdrop for 16 puppets.
It's almost 10,000. So like 8,000 each, roughly, or something like that.
No, something like that.
So
I didn't tell a single pup, so I have the whole allocation I was given.
He doesn't sell, folks.
I think it's something like that. I remember I used to cover it on the timeline. Oh, here. That's when it came out. There you go. My tweet from March. Every Bitcoin puppet got a Rune Pups airdrop today worth 1,500 USD.
Yep.
So originally the Rune, remember it was a Rune before migration, was worth. You like that one? It's a nice puppet, huh? That's my boy. That's the uncle from New Jersey. He's rocking the dad shoes on, and he can cook better than anybody on that grill. Anyways, so I love my puppets. They all have names, by the way. But yeah, so it was a $1,500 airdrop, but then it went like 10x, right?
Yes. It went 10x, and then it pulled back, and now it's back up. So on runes, we got to talk. I know we're running out of time. We got to hit a few of the Solana meme.
Yeah, go for it.
GOAT rather. GOAT hit $1. Huge number. It looks like it bounced off it a bit. I think we got the Bybit listing announced here this morning. Yeah, so it's at 93 cents now, roughly. But first pump fund to hit $1 billion. Huge news there. The AI coin, the AI sector is hot. So like ACT got the Binance listing, it pumped, and then it kept going. It's at 550.
Excuse me?
Yeah, ACT is at 550 million. So I mean, it is moving up. So like that flipped Giga, because Giga nuked yesterday after someone clipped 2 million out. Oh, it was
a trainer.
It was a trainer. That stinks.
Yeah, I mean that's what they claim, right? You don't know, but yeah, got to be careful. By the way, the code is BullRun. Last 5 minutes to enter BullRun, BullRun, raffleball.xyz. So there's the AI watch list, Tyler.
Yep.
So fart coins at 150, AI16Z. Whoa.
AI16Z.
It was 50 mil on the show yesterday.
100% on the day. I still like, I'm going to mid-curve AI16Z. I don't like how it's tied. You can tie it to the assets they have under management. But I like it.
I'm really itching to make a move on Zero, bro. Like yesterday, it bounced back to 100 mil. I FOMO'd. I wish I bought. I know you did as well because we talked about it. But now it's at 75M. I don't think you and I are rushed to buy here. Oh,
there's a lot of options on the board now. Zero Bro looked like it was going to be the clear number 2. It's messier now. Like AI16Z is ahead of it.
It's a lot, you know.
Then you've got the downstream ones.
Oh God, look at this.
Yeah, that's a good chart.
I noticed Pence is not in that watch list, by the way. Let me see what is it at.
Yeah, it's too new. I'll throw it in there.
42 mil though.
All in a day, basically. It's holding its ground after running to 40 million in a day, basically. Yeah. Of all of them, I mean, I'm bag biased. I don't know if we want to consider Fart Coin an AI coin or not.
I mean, it is, no?
Start because Truth Terminal was talking about it. That was going to be the coin it wanted to launch. It's got the normie appeal. The chart looks fantastic. Zoom out on this thing. Yeah.
I mean, it is good normie appeal. Oh, farts, look, I'm gonna eat that.
Really, when you go hit $1 billion, you see that. So it was down to 120. It shot up 40% real quick.
You got to think like my little brother. Like, oh my God, fart. I took I'm tailing some of the boys in Lumis right now. That's I wanted to buy yesterday. I did it at 100. I bought something else, did very well, sold that, and I think this thing is like the next one they're going to run up, but we'll see.
I don't fade the Cabal plays.
Yeah, I'm strictly following Cabal. Yeah. That's my move for the bull cycle. You got to follow the Cabal. You saw what happened with Binance. There's that, and then you want to give a quick update on Murad memes, or not? Maybe let's avoid that today.
Yeah,
everything.
Red day. Like they continue to lag.
Wow.
Bonk had a huge day. So Popcat had flipped Bonk. Bonk is now significantly ahead. It's like 50% ahead of.
What's Bonk at?
I think 220.
Don't forget, Bonk has Coinbase.
2.2 billion rather. I saw
274 here.
Oh geez. There's a difference between market cap and FTV.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, 2 mil market cap. 2 bill. I mean, Bonk has Coinbase, but. Interesting. Wow.
Bonk, it feels like more of a major, and Popcat feels like it's still one of the new runners.
What else? Let me see WIF real quick. Yeah, WIF went to 328 last night. Sorry, all these levels. It's just when I'm trading, I have a bunch of lines.
I'm getting so bulled up on WIF, and I rotated a lot of my bag downstream, and I'm already starting to think about how I get it back. So just like we said during the Doge segment, WIF is going to run to 6 and maybe 9 in like 2 weeks, and I don't know when those 2 weeks are, but it's going to do it.
No. I mean, we said once it breaks 2.8, it's going to 3.2. Perfectly executed. Once it breaks 3.2, it's going to 3.8 and up. So we'll see. But it's a little very, very much tied to Doge right now. Last night when I was up late, like I was really watching everything, and like when that God candle came on Doge to 0.42 cents, like WIF and Pepe printed God candles and give it all back. Like 30 minutes later. Yeah, look. Pepe is the same. Love Pepe, by the way. I'm gonna buy a bunch of Pepe soon. See? It went to 625 billion, then lost a billion. It was the same thing on WIF. WIF went to 328 and gave back a lot. But anyways, all right. Well, look, we're coming up on time. Tyler has another show in an hour. Let's get to the robot spin. So while we do that, Tyler, I mean, I'll let Sims come share the screen and do all the spin stuff. But Tyler, talk to us. What are you guys talking about today?
Yeah, Underexposed episode 2, folks. We've got Peter Jennings coming back on CSU RAM. It has been too long. Can't wait to get his macro thoughts on Trump election, what it means for traditional markets, what it means for crypto. Deez is going to be on. We're probably going to talk about our NFTs back. We've got a lot.
You know, Deez is someone, if you're new in space, someone I would really listen to. You know, he's very good. He's very, very good. He's deep in the trenches, bro. He's like insane, like deep. We were talking about this last time. I was like, I don't know how you do it. It's like Frank deep, like meme scope, photon, fucking trench warrior, like Telegram chats. I would listen to those guys. So it's in an hour 12. It's called Underexposed, a new show led by Tyler and Deez. You guys are gonna love it. And Peter Jennings, genius. Anyways, Timothy, we missed you. Do we have our song? Do you have our song? Is it gonna play the music, Sims? Yes? No? No? Yeah?
He's got jet lag. Oh, yeah.
I love that. I love that. FWC underscore ETH. FWC underscore ETH. FWC underscore ETH. There he is. All right, I'm going to take over Sim. I'm going to take over Timothy Chalamet. What up, Carbon?
Hey, what's up, man?
Congratulations.
I appreciate it. I'm super stoked.
Dude, are you ready to win a punk?
Hell yeah, man. Let's go.
I see you're already an ape. Looks like you need a crypto punk. So you know. So it looks like you're set and ready. You know what? Now that it's that apes are up too, we should start adding apes again into those, Tyler, and apes and pudgies. Yeah, I'm gonna start adding apes and pudgies. All right, well, here it is. You have a 0.5% chance to win punk, 2% chance to win Miladies, 2% chance to win Sprotos, and 11% chance to win a reg guy. With sheesh, those I'm starting to get pulled up on reg a lot now with Ethereum going crazy. So, anyways, are you ready, Tyler? Let's spin, baby.
Here we go.
Oh, Sproto, great!
Ooh.
Hell yeah, man. That's so awesome.
Nice.
Thank you guys so much.
Fuck yeah! Congratulations, bro.
Thank you guys.
Congratulations. You just made $9,000 on this morning's show. Sheesh. Love to see that. All right. Well, with that, everyone, what a nice hit. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the episode of FOMO Hour on Mark Radio. Come win some money. Let's go.